Good evening. My name is Omar Sharif, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Winston. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
I'm through fiddling around. I changed to Winston, and I changed for good taste every time.
Winston tastes good like it should. When you change to Winston, you'll change for good. 'Cause Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Live from New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Steve Allen.
Good evening, folks. If it comes again, I'm ready for it. Welcome to another edition of I've Got a Secret. Now, don't panic, ladies and gentlemen. For all of those of you who out west who missed out on the great blackout, this is a small rerun brought to you by Con Edison. Okay, fellas, put another quarter in the meter. I don't know why they didn't think of that. Anyway, let's meet the members of our panel now that the lights are back on. First of all, Betsy Palmer, next Bill Cullen, next Bess Meyerson, and Henry Morgan. Incidentally, Bess, congratulations to you on being named Woman of the Year by the Anti-Defamation League for your great work in human relations. It's a fine honor, and we're all proud of you for winning it. Now, we'll get our game rolling right along and bring in our first contestant, please. We have two gentlemen. How do you do? Make yourselves comfortable in these chairs, if you will. And I'll move all of my lighting equipment out of your way here. Tell us your names and where you're from.
My name is Norris McWhirter from London, England.
My name is Ross McWhirter from London, England.
These gentlemen panel are authors, and they have brought along a copy of a book. There's a copy over there, but don't look at it just yet, please. Gentlemen, if you'll whisper to me now, we'll give our audience a little more information about this book. Remarkable. But now comes the really incredible part. Panel, the clue concerns this book, of course, and something the McWhirters have done, and we'll start the game with Bess Meyerson.
May I call you, is it Norris?
Yes?
Yes, Norris. Did you collaborate on the writing of this book?
With my brother, yes.
Yes, from the very beginning.
Right from the beginning.
Does it have anything to do with the idea of the book? The
No.
theme?
No.
No? Is it fiction?
No.
Is it about a real-life experience that you both experienced?
No.
Is it about someone we would know?
No.
All right.
Well, there's a certain sense in which you might get a yes to that question, but no is a better answer, I suppose. Henry?
Well, is it biographical? No. Well, Steve, you said there's a better sense.
There's a sense, I should say, in which the question could be ambiguously interpreted.
Oh, that's nice. Is it a technical book of any kind?
No, not in the understood sense.
I beg your pardon?
No, not technical.
Yes. Is it something that you both studied about at one time?
Yes, so we studied the contents.
You studied the contents of the book, yes? Yeah. Is it in some particular field such as archaeology?
Archaeology is included, but it's not just that.
$40 down. That's a good answer. That'll tip you off to quite a bit. Betsy?
Does it make any difference whether we know what the contents of the book, what the book is about?
Yes, it would help a lot.
It would help a lot. It has nothing to do with, are these books identical?
Don't.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
They are identical. Are you identical, twins?
Yes.
Does it have to do with being twins?
No.
No? Does it, it has something maybe to do with archaeology? Or an
Included.
encyclopedia?
Yes.
What type book is it?
Yes.
It's an encyclopedia?
Good thought. Bill,
I know the name of the book, but what's the rest of the next part of the secret? You said they wrote a remarkable book and...
And something they can do about this book, a demonstration they can perform.
Oh, it's a McGinnis book of superlatives. They've memorized most of the stuff in it, I suppose, then.
That's just about the idea, Bill.
I had one of the first copies of that book come out because I am a bug on research, so it's about a year and a half, 2 years ago, at least 2 years ago.
It is indeed the famous Guinness Book of World Records, which contains over 10,000 world records, facts, and statistics. And the secret is, as you've already discovered, Bill, that they have not just collected these items and facts, they have memorized them as well. It's really fantastic.
What's in here?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you have a copy of the book over there. Don't look at it just yet, but we'll tell you about that in a moment. May I ask just a question that I've often wondered about? Who had the largest, this is all about the biggest, the tallest, the shortest, the longest, who had the largest family in the world?
Oh, that's quite easy. I think a Russian woman called Madame Fyod Vasile had 69 children in 27 confinements.
One woman had 69 children.
Yes.
A lot of twins and triplets.
Yes, she had 16 twins. She had 7 sets of triplets and 4 sets of quads.
And 2 in an airplane.
What kind of facts would you say are the most difficult to prove?
The most difficult facts, I think, are concerning human beings because on the subject of longevity, for instance, there's more lying and deceit and falsehood than any other subject. And birth certificates haven't been going all that long.
I see. Well, now, Betsy, if you'd open that book that we have wrapped up there, and turn to the index in the back of the book, of course, and just run your finger over one page or another at random, and just pick any subject, and we'll see if these gentlemen can...
Pick a subject in the index?
Yes.
All right. Fire escapes, tallest.
The tallest fire escape in the world is built by the Karl Metz Company of Germany, and hasn't been marketed outside that country.
Where was it built, though?
Where was it built?
Yes, it was built for what?
It was built for fire escapes.
Oh, I caught you a little bit. No, actually, yes, it was. But it was built for the Moscow Fire Brigade.
Moscow Fire Brigade.
Isn't that
yes.
marvelous? Yes.
Bill, now run your finger, if you would, down any page of the index and stop anywhere you like, and ask the gentleman about the fact you find.
That's a lot, but you should know.
Pacing. First, fastest, richest.
Race.
Pacing. This is horse pacing.
Yes, sir.
Adios Butler. This is a famous pacing horse. And the great thing there, of course, is to beat the mile in under 2 minutes. 1 minute 55 and 2/5, I think you'll find is the record.
Now, Bess, you try it, Bess. You pick something at random and see how the fellows do.
All right. How about honorary degrees?
The record for honorary degrees is held by a former president of the United States, Mr. Hoover, with, I think, 84.
What?
Henry?
When was Mr. Hoover born?
When was he born?
Yes.
Well, he died at the age of 90 last year, so he must have been born in 1864.
74.
74, sorry, 74.
You've got to read that chapter again.
74.
Very good.
Henry, what's yours?
The largest auditorium.
The largest auditorium is Atlantic City, New Jersey, with a capacity of over 42,000 people. Has the world's largest organ room.
Well, gentlemen, we're sure that your book can keep people interested as long as there are interesting facts in the world to record. So thank you so much for having joined us tonight. It was a pleasure to meet you. We'll be back with you again in just a minute, but first let's watch this.
Fine folks with with the knack for having fun, and you'll find Winston. When you change to Winston, you'll change for good, for the good taste of Winston's filter blend tobaccos. Yes, it's what's up front that counts. That's why more people smoke Winston than any other filter cigarette.
When I changed to Winston, I changed for good, 'cause I got good taste like I knew I would.
Winston tastes good like it should. When you change to Winston, you'll change for good.
'Cause Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Now may we have our next contestants, please? Here. Nice to have you gentlemen with us. Would you tell us your names, please, and where you're from?
My name is John Baker from Raleigh, North Carolina.
And you,
Philip
sir?
Caesar from Portland, Maine.
Well, I'm sure that many of our sports fans, many of our viewers recognize John Baker here as the great end and captain of the defensive unit for the Pittsburgh Steelers football team. And young Philip Caesar here is a football player, too, thanks to John Baker. After playing 2 seasons with the Portland, Maine high school football team, it looked as if it was going to be impossible for Philip to play this season. That is, it looked that way until John Baker heard about Phil's problem and managed to solve it. So, John, if you'll whisper the details to me, we'll find out now what you did to enable Philip to play football this season. And, Phil, you want to fill me in a little more? Wow. Well, that's quite a feat, all right. Now, panel, the clue concerns something that John Baker did, and we'll start the questioning with Betsy Palmer.
John Baker, did you do this recently with this young man?
Yes, I did.
Was this of an academic nature?
No, it wasn't.
Has nothing to do with his schooling?
No.
It has to do with just the game of football itself?
Yes, it does.
You were unable to play football because of what, Philip?
We can't tell you.
You can't tell you.
That's the secret.
Yeah.
The reason why you couldn't. Did you know much about a certain angle of the football game that you didn't know about?
No, that's not it.
$20 down. Bill Cullen?
Was it physically, Philip, impossible for you to play football before John helped you?
Oh, it wouldn't have been impossible, but it would have been rather awkward.
Awkward? It wasn't an emotional thing or a mental thing.
No.
It was a physical thing, which would have made it awkward till John helped you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, you didn't have like too many arms, because I know John has taken some off in his career. No names. Were you carrying something, a physical burden?
Yes, I was.
I'm a little confused myself. Anyway, $40 down. Bess?
You were carrying a physical burden.
No, that's misleading, I think.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. In a poetic sense, it would be true,
Philip,
but forget it.
Did you have a football? I mean, you had all the accoutrements, all the implements you needed to play football, right?
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Well, did it have to do with your uniform?
Yes, it did.
Did it have to do below the knees?
Yes.
With your shoes?
Yes,
your
it did.
spikes?
Yes.
John showed you how to nail the spikes and...
Before the game, they tell you, get out of here. Henry Morgan.
I think that was a brilliant thing you said. Right. Well, you know.
Right, but I'm wrong. Now you go.
I'd rather they'd go back to you. It did have to do with the spikes?
Yes, it did.
All right, now what happened?
The shoes, really. We could have stopped
With
at
the
that
shoes?
point. Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you put on the shoes you were in the habit of wearing, you fell down. You tripped.
No.
You couldn't go to your left.
Couldn't go to his left shoe because, Henry, his left shoe, as well as his right shoe, wasn't big enough. That was the problem.
You didn't have the right size.
Yes. John, what exactly did you do, tell the panel, to enable Philip to play football again this year?
Well, I'm the only professional player that wears a size 16D, and I gave Philip a pair of my shoes.
Believe it or not, panel, the Portland, Maine high school team was in danger of losing their star end this season because in the course of 1 year, his feet grew from size 14 to 16. Skipped 15 altogether somehow. And anyway, they looked all over the place, and you just can't find that kind of a shoe, so finally John came to the rescue. John, where do you get your football shoes?
Well, they're specially made. Pittsburgh Steelers usually order them each season. They're specially made.
I see. And you had an extra pair left over for this young gentleman. Now, just to give you an idea what a 16D looks like, here's an average fellow's shoe, so you can use that as a point of comparison. And here we go. Is that something? Well, Phil, I'm sure that...
They've got good understanding. That's what they have, both of them.
Yes, and that's as good a note to end on as anyone I can think of, Betsy. Gentlemen, good luck to you. I hope you'll follow in John's shoes as a great football player, and thanks for being with us tonight. We'll meet our special guest, Omar Sharif, in just a moment, but first, here's a message from our sponsor.
This was the new look, but times change. Tastes change. And I've changed too. To Tempo. As tastes keep changing, chances are you'll change too. Sooner or later, you'll probably want to try the taste of a charcoal-tipped cigarette. So why not make it the one with the taste that makes the change worthwhile? Why not Tempo? Why not today?
Henry, do you know the title song from the new movie, Dr. Zhivago? It goes like this. Zhivago, Zhivago. Just want to see if you're paying attention, Henry. And you weren't.
I'm sorry I was paying any kind of attention.
Anyway, now it's time, seriously, to meet our special guest for tonight, the distinguished international movie star you'll be seeing soon in the title role, actually, of the new MGM movie, Dr. Zhivago, which is not a musical. Here is Mr. Omar Sharif. The picture is going to have its world premiere, by the way, the 22nd of December, right here at the New York Capitol, isn't it?
Yes.
Omar, I actually envy you because practically every movie you make takes you to some new part of the world, some new country. And what I envy most is your ability to communicate, to actually speak to people almost all over the world because you speak so many languages.
Well, Steve, you can do it too. I mean, even though you can't speak the language, you know, if you use the right facial expressions, the right hand gestures, the right tone of voice, you can speak any language, make yourself understood.
I believe that, but what do I know? Anyway, we're going to check it out tonight, panel, and give each of you a chance to break the language barrier. We've invited some people to the program who do not speak or understand a single word of English. Now, we're going to give each of you some little dramatic situation which might arise if you're traveling abroad. And then we'll see if you can make yourselves understood to these people backstage who, as I say, do not speak any English. Okay, everybody?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Now, Betsy, if you'll come out front and center here, we'll all meet in the middle of the stage. Omar will explain to you the... pardon me, Omar. Okay. He will explain to you the problem or situation that we have worked out for you. Now, what is the first situation here?
Betsy, you're going to have fun with this, I promise.
I hope so, yes.
First of all, you're in Spain. You've been in a restaurant.
Yes.
And your escort, as happens so often, has had too much to drink.
Ah.
He pulls the tablecloth off the table.
Boy, boy, boy.
And he's now out on the street somewhere pretending to be a matador. The only thing is he's fighting a horse with the tablecloth and a fork.
And I'm supposed to tell somebody this?
No, you're supposed to try and get help from the gentleman, which Steve will now introduce to you.
Yes, Betsy, I'd like you now to meet Senor Jose Gonzalvo from Valencia, Spain. Senor Gonzalvo. Senor Gonzalvo has been in New York City for just about a week for an exhibition of his sculpture at the Contemporary Christian Art Gallery. And he does not, as I say, does not speak any English. All right, Betsy, just with sign languages or noises, however you do, communicate that story, if you could.
Senor Galvo, mia escort. Escort. No. Mia, how do you say man? A muchacho, not husband. No, no, no.
Don't speak his language.
No?
No.
No,
Can you-
I can't.
can you- oh, all right.
Muchacho, boy. Mia es la tavola. Table. Sit. Sit. He gave vino. Mucho vino. Mucho. And he gets tablecloth, you know.
Just let's see how much you've understood so far. ¿Has entendido algo?
Pues que está con un muchacho y se emborracha, ¿no?
¿Dónde?
Está sentado en una mesa y se emborracha.
Very good.
Y luego va...
The gentleman understood that you were sitting with a gentleman at a table and he was drunk.
That's good. Yes. Now we can go on?
Yes.
All right, with the table. Table. Cloth. Remove. Cloth. Pick up. It's okay. And he goes, in alcalde, out to the calde. Cavallo out there, horse. Whee! Huh? He's got the thing, and he goes. Cavallo.
I think you did a very good job. I almost could tell what you were talking about. But would you ask him if he did? No.
¿Qué has entendido de la
Yo he
historia?
entendido pues que ha venido el alcalde a caballo y el borracho lo ha toreado.
I think she's trying to tell a hot horse.
No, he understood that somebody came on a horse.
Somebody came on a horse.
And this, your escort, was trying to fight him.
Pretty good.
Very good.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Would you ask Mr. Gonzalo to sit over there? Thank you, sir. Now, Bill, if you'll step over here, Omar has developed a little storyline for you to try to communicate to one of our visitors from overseas.
See. Bill, you like that. You're an American businessman visiting Paris with your wife and one-year-old child.
Yes?
Science fiction.
Yes, yes.
It's urgent that you hire someone to take care of the child tonight because you promised to take your wife to the Folie Bergère.
Yeah, that's all?
You're willing to pay up to 50 cents an hour.
That's right, that's
to
it.
the person who'll take the job.
Right.
Now, see if this next lady can help you.
Yes, here is the lady. Bill, I'd like you to meet Madame Simone Sardier from France. Madame. Bill, you just go right ahead and try to tell the lady what he said.
Con mucho gusto. Madame, excuse me. Moi y mon esposa.
Ça, c'est pas français.
Hein?
Ça, c'est pas du français. She says, that's not French.
That's not French? Well,
she ought to know, I think.
Gonna have to do, that's all. Ask her if she's getting any of it.
Vous comprenez quelque chose jusqu'à maintenant?
Pas encore, non?
No, nothing yet.
Good, good. My brother and I are over here with a one-year-old. Mon...
Vous êtes enceinte, non?
Yes.
She's asking if you're expecting.
Boy, it'd be the best secret we've had in 13 years. That's all. And Bambino. Bambino? Enfant.
Oui.
Enfant, año old.
Un oignon, vous avez dit.
Huh?
Un oignon.
Yes.
One onion, are you saying? She's
No, not one onion. Well, what has she got so far?
Yeah, she's got that, you've got an onion, and that you're expecting a baby.
I want to take the Folies Bergère. Well, au revoir, madame. Merci.
Very good, Bill. Okay. Friends, take your onion to the Folies Bergère if you can. And now, my dear, come over here, Miss Morrison, and we'll see what's happening.
Now, Bess,
Yes, sir.
you're an American woman. Fair enough. Shopping in a store in Italy for an April Fool's present for your husband.
April Fool.
April Fool's present. You want to buy a wide and ugly necktie which will light up in the dark and show a picture of a Hawaiian hula dancer on it.
Betsy, why don't you come back and work on this with me?
And the next gentleman is your salesman.
Yes.
All right.
Sir, Betsy, I mean, Bess, I'd like you to meet Antonio Grancaspero.
Gian Gaspero.
John.
Nice to see you. Does he know who I am? Does he know I'm an American woman in Italy?
No, you have to tell him all of that.
Well, I'm an American woman in Italy.
He knows no English. He
Yes.
speaks only Italian.
All right. I'm going to speak English. Yes. All right. Oh, you speak English? A little bit. No? Good evening.
Not.
All right. I am shopping. Where's my pocketbook? Oh, I don't know what to do. Let's see. April Fool. Yes. Money. Monsieur. Necktie. Yes? I want to buy big necktie, right? With a light. Dark? Light. Bulb. You know, electric light, you see?
Should we see how
I'm
he's
here.
getting anything so far?
I want to
Hai
get
capito qualcosa?
It lights up in the dark. Oh, it doesn't. It's just
Let's see
the
how
color.
much he's gotten so far.
Yes.
Che cosa hai capito?
E cioè che la signora qua presente, no? Sì. Le vuole tagliare la cravatta e con la cravatta vuole prendere la misura della sua spalla.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
Mr. Gian
Gaspero.
Gian Gaspero understood that you want to buy
Sorry.
a tie
Yes.
and measure my shoulders with it.
No. Look. Look. You know what? I want a tie, a big tie. Now look. And on the tie over here, I want a girl who does the hula. Yes?
Hai capito?
He likes the idea. I think he wants one himself.
What is he
Che
saying?
vuole la signora?
I don't know, forse vuole un pezzo, solo mettendarla alla sua cintura.
I think you want to buy a tie and measure your waistline.
I may just do that, I tell you, because this has been very
Well, that's very good indeed.
That's it.
We have one already for Henry. Unfortunately, we have just run out of time. The timekeepers are telling me. That's very unfortunate. But we will be right back in just a moment, so we'll pause now for this important message.
I raise basset hounds. I've been raising them for 12 years. I have had my share of champions. We have 5 champions now. All these dogs have been fed gains and raised on gains. I use Gaines meal because it's a very well-balanced diet. I noticed that with the Gaines, that the bone has developed well, a good clear eye, a nice shiny coat. I found with the Gaines that they really eat the food. They eat very heartily. They love it. Golly, they come around looking for more. No, I like the Gaines. I like the Gaines. I like the nugget size very much. The dogs like it very much because it's nice and crunchy. If I only had one dog, I would still feed it the Gaines meal. In fact, when I sell a puppy, I always recommend Gaines meal.
Gaines meal, another fine product from General Foods.
Henry, would you tell the people we are late, please?
Oh, yes. Nous ne devons pas de temps. Le temps. El tiempo è partito. Who is who? The time, which one?
Spanish.
Oh, Espanol.
Italiano behind you.
Italiano behind me. Wait a minute. Tiempo. El tiempo. Oh, thank you.
Adios.
Adios.
I've Got a Secret has been brought to you tonight by Tempo Filter Cigarettes. This is John Cannon speaking.